Hey guys, welcome back to Cornwall Card House. I'm just doing a little update because I'm going to start the plus 500 S&P 500 thing right now. So I've completed everything which I'm going to put onto the Collectr app. We're now at 9.3k, which has gone down a bit since the video I did yesterday. But we digress. It's a long-term thing, not a short-term thing. So here we go. We'll go over to our plus 500 app. Now this is the this is not the real money one, so don't worry. This is just the demo version. So I'm going to set my demo amount, and that was 94. That's gone back up, has it? 9474. So 9474. So that's the amount we're going to put in the S&P 500, which should update at the top. There we go, 9,474. So now we can open a position. Go to the trading screen. Now we need to find SPY, SP500. There we go. Sell, buy. And we're going to buy when the rate is, no. So I just want 9474. So that's about 94. Let's go there because there'll probably be some undisclosed fees knocking around. Let's see what that does. Okay, here's the portfolio. It's an open position. The markets are, oh no, it's 20 past 12. The markets open about 1:30 in the day in America on Wall Street. Or is it 2:30? It might be 2:30. So either way, we have a position. I've still got £2,000 available, so I'm going to fill that back up. So open positions, make an order. Oh, so that's my open order. I'm sure that said £9,000 when I looked at it. Close at profit, close at loss. No, we need to buy more. Buy more. Trade. Trade SP500. Okay, we'll buy some more of that. So that's £6,000. Can we do 10? Yes, we can do another 10 shares of the S&P 500. So there we go. When the market's open at 2 o'clock, 2:30, Great British time, Greenwich Mean Time, Great British time, Greenwich GMT. That order should go through, and then already I'm down £9. Profit and loss 966. That's probably fees. Let's see if this has gone up any. 474. 474. Okay. Shall we have a look in our portfolio? So I thought, while we're here, why don't we just run through a few cards which are 50, 60 quid and up. I don't understand why this Japanese Eevee terrestrialized thing's going for 47 quid, but okay. Oh, I've got it in a 10, that's why. Okay, so this one is from One Piece. That's going for 54 quid. That's a alternate art. The EX, which I showed you yesterday, the Umbreon 61. This is the alternate art Overflowing Affection from Gundam. Typhlosion, which I found in a box. The Reshiram, that's in a Gem Mint 10. The Eevee is in a Gem Mint 10. And the Leafeon is in a Gem Mint 10. And the Jolteon's in a Gem Mint 10. And the Wailord and Magikarp's in a Gem Mint 10. And that's in a Gem Mint 10. The Meganium, that I had in a binder for a while. That's doing really well. Look at that, 80 quid. Gem Mint 10 Vaporeon. The Charizard I've just got sat in the Pokédex, I think. Let me check. I'll just make this screen bigger for a second. Here's the Pokédex. I don't know if you're doing a Pokédex, but this is Andy's Pokédex. My name's Andy. It's not actually Cornwall. So in this Pokédex, 1,025 cards. Page 1. There he is. Oh, this thing's bloody heavy. Can you see that? So there we've got that Charizard. The centering and everything's beautiful on it. The 151s, the 151. We've got the whole Gen 1 finished. Oh, these will be PSA 8 by the time I finish flicking through this bloody thing. I'll try and fill it up with bigger cards as and where I can. What's that missing? We're missing a card. Oh. Anyway. Go smaller, go smaller, go smaller, go smaller, go smaller, go smaller, go bigger, go bigger, go bigger. Perfecto. So where were we? That's the Charizard. Showed you the Pokedex. Carmine. Sorry, I'm a bit. I've just given blood, so I'm a bit. Oh, that's bruised. I'm a bit. Well, I've had tea and a biscuit, so I should be all right. Carmine. I've got that in a 10. Beautiful card from Twilight Masquerade. My favorite card in there, but it's not everybody's. Charizard 25th anniversary. That is in my celebrations set, which is somewhere in here. I've got. Hang on. I'm sure I've got the 25th anniversary in here. Ah, there we go. Where is he? Ah, there. You can see him. Charizard sideways. I'm still missing a few Mews out of this. I don't know how I missed all the Mews, but I missed all the Mews. There's the Umbreon. There's the Reshiram, Zekrom, Groudon, Magikarp. All the Pikachus flying, not flying, upside down, inside out, whatever. So I think as we run up to the 30th anniversary, I think these cards have popped. They're probably going to pop a bit more, but I think they, maybe the Charizard goes to 120. But I think if you're planning on getting the 25th anniversary, I think you might have missed the boat. You're probably better off waiting until after the 30th anniversary. Blastoise, that's from base sets. That's a hollow 117. Then I've got my Center Parks, I was going to say then. Pokemon Center, sealed ETBs. Got that in a 10. Latias is in Surging Sparks. Rayquaza, I've got that in a 10. That's in a 7. Another box there. My highest hitting card is the Charizard Celebrations Metal, which you got out of the UPC back in 2021. That came with the Pikachu, and the grading companies were taking these, but they weren't very happy because how they were moving around in the case, and they're quite subjective because they're metal. So they stopped grading them for a while. But then PSA thought, well, we can make more money if we just grade them, or whatever happened, and people started grading again. I had mine graded by Ace grading. So there we go, guys. We have our orders in for the S&P 500. As you can see, it's still trading a bit. That's pre-market trading. If you're in the special club, you can trade things, pre-market and post-market trading. But for simple folk like us who are doing this with no money, you have to wait till the markets open at £2, and then those orders will be filled. Already, so I'm £13.99. So this thing moves all the time. So just on a quick side note, if you don't know what the S&P 500 is, it stands for Standard and Poor 500, something like that. That's the S&P 500, and it's made up of 500 of the biggest companies in America. It's branches from retail, finance, products, whatever. The 500 biggest companies, and a few get knocked out every year, and then there's sort of a voting thing, and more come on board. So let's just pick a random company like Taiwan Semiconductors. So say they are doing really well, but say they just went completely broke. They went into liquidation. The company ceased trading. They would fall off the S&P 500. So they would go bye-bye. So there'd be 499, and then there'd be a voting system for another company to join the S&P 500. So you've got these 500. This one company's gone boom. In your S&P 500 has only dropped a tiny bit because it's all being balanced out by all these other 499 companies. If you just had all your money into the into Taiwan Semiconductors or Intel or whichever one we're making up to go bump, then you lose all your money. And if you're using leverage, you'll be margin called, and then you'll have to sell your bloody car or your house. So it's a much safer way to invest. I did used to have a, a few grand in this, but it was in there for about two years, and it never really did anything. It just sort of went sideways. I mean, if you zoom out on the chart, this is the daily chart. How do you change? Going yearly. Where are we? 2025, 24. Oh, so it had been about here. Yeah. So I had about 2 grand in about here, and it dropped and went back up, or something happened, and I just found it boring. But if you zoom out, always zoom out on charts. So this is what I'm hoping my Pokemon chart does. So over a 15-year period. So as my non-professional opinion as a stock market trader, I have dabbled in the stock market in the past, but I've been using leverage and I've made some good gains, and then something drops and then it just wipes me out. So I just haven't got the time to sit and research all these companies and read the journals and be on conference calls for the monthly earnings, the quarterly earnings, and things like that. Just haven't got the time. I was quite big into it at the time when Richard Branson was doing his Virgin Orbit flights. But then what did I do? Yeah, I think Virgin Orbit was about 5 or 6 quid, and I put about £1.50 into Virgin Orbit, and the plane went up from Cornwall near where I live, and the rocket just fell out of the ground, and within seconds, I got wiped out. Well, I think I dropped £1.50, probably went down to about 300, not 400 quid. So I don't have much luck on the short term. But anyway, I'm going to explain where I think we are. So I'm just using the S&P 500 chart as a bit of a guide. So I think that this is 2023 here. And then we went into this Pokemon craze, mental evolutions, mega evolutions. Then we're about here. Then the 30th anniversary is coming, and it just keeps coming and coming and coming. And then within the next, I don't know, 6 months, a year, this could last 2 or 3 years. This is gonna happen. It always happens. It's inevitable. Bang! It's gonna fall off a cliff. Everybody will lose their minds, but I'm in the long game, so I'm going to be using these dips as buying opportunities. Okay, so our portfolio grows. It's 14 grand. It drops down to 8 grand. Our portfolio grows. It up to 35 grand. It drops down to 22. Just you can see it rising and dropping, but hopefully what's going to happen is the lows are going to be higher than the last lows. And then this is probably going to tie in with some sort of Bitcoin crash, or this is going to be a Bitcoin crash, because there's a lot of companies have been saying that lots of people have been buying sealed product with USD Tether and Bitcoin and things like that. So I think when Bitcoin falls off a cliff, which it does every few years, I've traded crypto too in the past. I had 2 Bitcoin, which I bought for about 900 quid, and I sold them for about 2 grand each. And I thought I was the king. But time, again, life's given me these lessons over and over and over again. Just hold on to it. You'll be okay. Just because you've made 2 grand out of 1 Bitcoin doesn't mean you have to sell it. I didn't need 2 grand. I probably just wasted it and went down the pub and got pissed. I don't know. If I kept it in there now, what would I have now? How much is Bitcoin at? 80, 100 grand? So I'd been able to buy a house. Time is the indicator for me. So I'm not going to open these sealed products. I'm going to keep on purchasing, buying. when the prices go up here, back when I'm like 55, I might just go, you know, that's it. Let's just see what happens with the rest of the market. And then I'll be looking for the best time to cash out. Although looking at this S&P 500 chart, it looks as if it's going to crash on the open. Mind you, I'm zoomed out, aren't I? Yeah, up and up and up. When's that? June, July, August, September. So let's do the 1 hour chart. What's that doing? Oh, it's had quite a good run up from 10 o'clock this morning. It's gone up and up and up. Up and up and up, crash, up and up and up. See, it's hit that ceiling there, and it's at that ceiling. So this might come down again. So by the time I check back in, I might be quite a lot profit and loss. Oh, I think my orders have gone through while I've been rambling on. And I'm 18 quid up on the stock market. And on Pokemon, which is a shame it doesn't show me my profit and loss. That'd be quite cool, because that would mirror it a bit better. This hasn't updated yet either. 747. No, it's the same. This is not a true representation, 199% in the last month, because I've only populated this yesterday. So this is going to take time to get an actual percentage. That's true. Okay, so that's me. I'm £11.20 up. Fake money, but so join us on this next 10 or 15 years, and I'll see you in part. Is this part 3? Or is this just an update? Oh, by the way, I wear shades, right? Not because I'm like, look at me, I'm dead cool. I'm not scared of the camera. It's just the this light I have to shine in my face. I can't think, because if I feel like it's burning in my brain, so I have to put some shades on. So yeah, I'm not a twat. It's just shades. Sun isn't out. Well, it feels like it. Right, I'm rambling.